Beverly Hills Cop, 1984, is a landmark action comedy film that blended fast-paced action with humor and introduced audiences to Eddie Murphy's immense talent. Directed by Martin Brest, Beverly Hills Cop became a massive hit, largely due to Murphy's breakout performance as Axel Foley, a street-smart Detroit cop who heads to Beverly Hills to investigate the murder of his close friend, Mikey. The movie mixes sharp wit, a memorable soundtrack, and a mix of suspense and comedy that made it a classic in the buddy cop genre. The plot begins with Axel Foley, a wisecracking cop with little respect for authority, who is investigating the suspicious death of his friend Mikey. When he travels to Beverly Hills to get to the bottom of things, he runs into an upscale world far removed from his gritty Detroit background. Axel's unconventional methods put him at odds with Beverly Hills detectives, including the by-the-book detective Rosewood, Judge Reinhold, and the skeptical Sergeant Taggart, John Ashton. Despite the clash in their personalities, Axel's charm and persistence bring the team together as they uncover a deeper conspiracy involving criminal activity in the upscale area. The central character of Axel Foley is an absolute standout, and Eddie Murphy's performance is one for the ages. Axel is a perfect blend of street smarts, humor, and emotional depth. What makes Axel Foley so appealing is how well Eddie Murphy taps into his comedic chops, but also shows a vulnerability and depth of character that makes him more than just a wisecracking cop. Axel is dealing with the loss of his friend, and this personal motivation drives much of his actions, adding an emotional layer to what could have been a straight-up action flick. Murphy's charisma and timing brought Axel Foley to life in a way that made him iconic and relatable. The film's humor is a major part of its charm. Axel's sarcastic and quick-witted banter with his colleagues, especially with Judge Reinhold's straight-laced Rosewood, provides much of the film's comedy. Axel's offbeat methods, from posing as a vibrations expert to his creative problem-solving, bring laughs throughout. The comedic elements balance well with the action sequences, which are solid without overshadowing the character-driven humor. A significant theme in Beverly Hills Cop is the clash between two worlds: the gritty, working-class life of Detroit and the wealth and privilege of Beverly Hills. Axel's journey from Detroit to the glitzy, wealthy streets of Beverly Hills is a powerful contrast that shapes both the humor and drama in the film. This contrast highlights the class divide, but also underscores how Axel, despite his unconventional methods, has a moral center and is determined to right wrongs. The movie plays with this theme, exploring the tension between Axel's unorthodox style and the more restrained, refined approach of the Beverly Hills detectives. Beverly Hills Cop is also notable for its memorable soundtrack, particularly the iconic Axel F theme composed by Harold Faltermeyer. The theme became synonymous with the character and the film, adding to its high-energy vibe and keeping the audience pumped throughout the movie. The score itself became one of the most recognizable pieces of music in the 1980s, helping solidify the movie's cultural status. In terms of action comedy, Beverly Hills Cop helped set the stage for future buddy cop films. Similar movies from this era include 48 Hours, 1982, which starred Nick Nolte and Eddie Murphy in a more gritty but still humorous pairing, and Lethal Weapon, 1987, where the chemistry between Mel Gibson and Danny Glover helped propel the film into the Buddy Cop Hall of Fame. The combination of comedy and action was a formula that would later influence films like Rush Hour, 1998, starring Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker, and the Bad Boys series with Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. As for the sequels, Beverly Hills Cop 2, 1987, and Beverly Hills Cop 3, 1994, both saw Eddie Murphy reprise his role as Axel Foley. While the sequels didn't quite capture the same magic as the original, they still had their moments, particularly in how they expanded the story of Axel Foley and his antics in Beverly Hills. Beverly Hills Cop 2 continued with the action-comedy mix, though with a slightly more serious tone in parts. And Beverly Hills Cop 3 took Axel into an amusement park setting, which added a quirky new backdrop for his investigations. Despite their varying reception, the sequels helped cement Axel Foley's place as one of the great action comedy characters of the 80s. The most recent sequel, Beverly Hills Cop Axel Foley, 2024, brings Eddie Murphy back to the iconic role, more than 30 years after the original. The movie explores Axel's life post-retirement, and while the early reviews suggest it doesn't quite match the brilliance of the first film, it's still a welcome return to a beloved character. The movie dives into the modern-day relevance of Axel Foley, with a mix of nostalgia and new elements to bring Axel's story into the present. Fans of the original have been excited to see the character back in action, and Murphy's return as Axel Foley is both a trip down memory lane and an update on a classic character. In terms of Eddie Murphy's career, Beverly Hills Cop marked a turning point. Prior to the film, Murphy was primarily known for his stand-up comedy and his breakout role on Saturday Night Live. The success of Beverly Hills Cop catapulted him to movie stardom, leading to a series of successful films, including Trading Places, 1983, Coming to America, 1988, and The Nutty Professor, 1996. His career has spanned a variety of genres, from comedy to drama, and his ability to play multiple roles in a single movie, such as in The Nutty Professor, showcases his range as an actor. Beyond the sequels, Beverly Hills Cop also stands as a time capsule for the 80s, with its sharp humor, unforgettable music, and cultural references. It marked a period when action movies could blend with comedy seamlessly, and Eddie Murphy's star power was at its peak. It's a film that's not just a classic of the 80s, but one that set the stage for future generations of action-comedy hybrids. Conclusion. Beverly Hills Cop remains one of the beloved films of the 1980s. Eddie Murphy's performance as Axel Foley, combined with the film's unique mix of comedy, action, and social commentary, made it a game-changer in the buddy cop genre. With its unforgettable soundtrack, witty characters, and memorable moments, it's no surprise that Beverly Hills Cop continues to be regarded as one of the best action comedies ever made.